Are you an Amazon seller or just starting out and still have no sense of Amazon codes and labels? Without it, selling on Amazon and other e-commerce platforms would be a nightmare, with products getting mismatched and lost during warehouse, transit, and delivery. They make a lot of things much easier and simpler. Hi, I'm Allison. In this video, I'm discussing Amazon codes and labels that you'll have to deal with regularly as an Amazon seller. They're codes from the video that you'll get to know: Universal Product Code, Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit, and finally, Stock Keeping Unit. Actually, they're just numerical codes and unique combinations of stripes. But these seemingly simple components maintain order in global commerce. Here, I'm going to share with you guys what the difference is between them and how to use them in simple terms. Let's start with UPC. UPC, or Universal Product Code, is a unique numerical combination of 12 digits that is used to identify your product, or any product for that matter. This is what we call a barcode. As you know, barcodes are everywhere, and you can find them on the back of basically anything you buy. Every unique 12-digit combination is also accompanied by a unique combination of stripes that are used to scan the product. Fun fact: contrary to popular belief, when a barcode is being scanned, it's actually the white surface between the black stripes that gets scanned. Anyway, back to UPC. As you know, when you first add a new product to your Amazon store, you are asked to provide a uniquely identifiable code that can be assigned to your product. Since the UPC is the most common type of code, you might be wondering how you go about getting one. There's a global organization that distributes and assigns these codes. It's called GS1, or Global Standard 1, and this is the authority that issues and keeps track of all the barcodes all over the world. To get a brand new barcode from GS1, you have to pay a fee of $250 and an annual renewal fee of $50 for a single UPC. This might seem like a lot, but the price per code goes down the more codes you own. This is what Amazon tells us to do in the guidelines. However, in addition to this method, you can save even more money by using UPCs of products that aren't sold anymore. You can simply go online and search for Get UPC codes, and you'll find a lot of different places where you can buy them really cheap. They usually don't cost more than $5 per code, and you might also get a bulk discount if you require multiple codes. The process is very straightforward. You make the payment, and you get an email containing a PDF with the barcode and the 12-digit number. You must be wondering why everyone doesn't buy the codes that are so cheap to get. Well, first of all, it's wise to follow Amazon's guidelines. You never know if they'd become stricter in the future and turn these guidelines into an ironclad rule, getting your listing suspended. That's certainly not the case now, though. Another issue with these codes is that you'll probably have trouble selling your product outside of Amazon. If you are expanding to include brick-and-mortar stores, for instance, your used code won't do the job. This is because Amazon has its own barcode that they use to identify the products being sold on their platform. These are called the FNSKU labels, and that's what we're talking about next. FNSKU stands for Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit, and it's basically Amazon's own barcode. It functions the same way as a barcode, with some additional details included. We have the scannable stripes, but instead of a 12-character numerical code attached to them, they have a 10-character code. This code is alphanumeric, meaning it contains letters and numbers, and it's called an ASIN. You must have heard about ASIN before, the Amazon Standard Identification Number. As you can guess, this is a unique code assigned to every product on Amazon. The other detail of significance on the FNSKU label is the product title. The FNSKU labels should be applied to the outside of your product packaging so they can be scanned and inventoried properly at the Amazon FBA Center. You can paste them manually or include them in your product packaging by default. If you want to put them on manually, you have several options. 1. Do it yourself. 2. Have your supplier do it. 3. Have a prep center do it. And 4. Pay Amazon to do it for you. All of these methods take time and cost money, so it's wisest to simply include the FNSKU label as part of your packaging. Just make sure that it's visible and printed clearly so that it can be scanned. The last item on our list is the SKU, or Stock Keeping Unit. You might hear Amazon sellers using the word SKU in the context of how many different products they have. SKUs are also codes, and you might have noticed that when you add a new product to Amazon, you get a randomly generated SKU code. These codes are used for internal administration purposes. Given that they're unique to a retailer, unlike UPCs. You also have the option of changing your SKUs to whatever you'd like. The process of changing it is not exactly simple, however. you don't need to be thinking about it unless if you have lots of products and you believe you can benefit from changing it to make stock management easier. SKU labels are a little different. These labels are put on all the cartons of your shipment coming into the Amazon FBA warehouse. That means that if your shipment is coming in 5 boxes, each one containing 40 units of your products, you need to have SKU labels on the outside of each one of the boxes. Unlike FNSKU labels, which are all identical, the SKU labels are not, since the decision is up to the retailer about how they should appear. There are a few rules when it comes to applying these labels. They cannot be pasted so that they're bent over the side of the box. They have to be on a single flat surface. They cannot be placed over a crease or any place on the box that might cause a rip or tear. In other words, make sure that your label is on a single side of the box and not on the top where the box will be opened. You should ask your supplier to send you photos of your shipment so you can see these labels are correctly applied. If you have any mixed inventory, make sure that the correct labels are applied to the correct box. All these labels are created to solve problems and make things easier. Amazon and global commerce in general rely on these systems to keep everything running smoothly. In fact, it's these ingenious ways of categorizing and moving goods in such an efficient manner that makes this whole thing possible. After all, you can't spell private label without label, right? So don't be afraid of these codes anymore. Just go and get one for your product. What about starting with UPC? Before you go, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Till next time, and happy selling!